guys, it's Kate and I hope you're having a great day. I have gotten several comments asking how I make my alcohol inks, and it's really easy to do, so I wanted to do a quick demonstration video today. But I'm going to pull these over into the shot. So I've got a homemade set of these, basically lots of different colors, and I keep them in this little bin. And I've got, well, all the marker colors. So what I did was I got these little 2-ounce plastic bottles from Amazon, and you can get them locally too, but they're just those clear plastic bottles. They're spray bottles. You could also get dropper bottles if you want, but I like having the spray myself. I got some labels and I just write the color on it, and then before I actually do the ink, I scribble on it real quick just so I know what the color looks like too. Depending on the type of ink you have, the color may be looking a little bit different than what you have in the bottle. So it's just nice to have that there as a reference for whenever you make your own. They're very inexpensive and they're a lot of fun to use in a lot of different projects. So the first question might be, what kind of markers should you use to make your alcohol inks? And the answer to that would be, another question is, how permanent do you want your ink? So we all have seen Crayola markers where they're washable, water-based markers. They are not permanent. They will become activated with water, whereas Sharpies and Pen and Gear, this is a Walmart brand, these are permanent markers, and I like to use these so that my alcohol inks are permanent. So to get started, you're going to need your bottle, whatever kind of container you choose to use. You're going to need some needle nose pliers, a pair of scissors, a pair of gloves, and some paper towels, baby wipes, anything to clean up because it does get messy. And the secret ingredient, that's not secret at all, is some rubbing alcohol. I happen to have 70%. I don't really think it matters that much, the percentage. I've used some different kinds and I haven't really noticed much of a difference. But if you have, let me know in the comments below. Okay, I've got my gloves on. Now, with these particular bottles, you might see this in the camera, but this spray insert is really long. One thing I like to do is cut it a little bit so it's not quite as long, and you can see the difference there. I like to do that. It's up to you if you want to. You don't have to, but it's just nice for me. So I'm going to use my scissors and cut just a little off the end of this, just like that. And for me, it'll still hit the bottom of that bottle, but it won't be like winding around the bottom. Okay, so next thing is you're going to want to choose your marker. Now, you're going to want to do your label still. I'm actually going to do a mixture. I'm going to do a couple different markers, and I think what I'm going to do is these two colors here. And you could do a mix, you can do a single marker. These are all singles. So when you open your marker, you're going to see a couple different things. You're going to have your tip, you're going to have a plastic part here that's inside of your main barrel, and these two pieces have to be pried apart, and that's where your pliers are going to come in handy. So you're going to get a good grip on this and start pulling it out. And just be careful, and this is where it can get messy because it's in here really firmly. But just keep working at it and you'll get your pieces separated. So some videos, some people who make these, you'll see that this ink container is basically covered with plastic. And some people cut those open, but I will tell you, I have never had a problem with anything being cut open. Now, I have had to cut them in half because they're a bit too long for the bottle, but I never slice them down the middle or anything like that, and my inks are just perfect. And it does slowly come out as it sits longer. Now with the rest of your marker, don't forget your tip, because this actually holds a ton of ink as well. So I'm going to grab my pliers again, get a good grip, and take this right out of the tip, and you can see all that ink that's going to be in there that you can get out. So I'm going to drop that right inside my bottle. Now this marker is basically trash now. This is just the empty tube and the empty barrel. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this second marker. Get a good grip, a tight squeeze with your pliers, and pull that right out of there. And take out your piece, and you can see as you get going, that's a pretty fast process. Now what I'm going to do here is take my scissors and cut each of these in half. Now you're going to get some ink on your scissors and on your pliers, and the best way to clean up ink is with alcohol, the permanent ink. So I am going to grab a piece of my paper towel here, just like this, and my scissors are good as new. Same thing with my pliers. I'm just going to get in there, make sure I get it out of the ridges. And now my pliers and my scissors are ink free. Okay, last but not least, we're going to put our ink right into the bottle. And I'm using 2 markers with this, so it's going to be pretty full. And then once those are in there, just fill your bottle with the alcohol. And you can get a bunch of these done, and it's basically whatever colors you like, whatever colors you have available. You can get different sets. I got a set of markers for this pen and gear. They do a wonderful job. So you can already see it starting to slightly change color. The longer this sets, the deeper your color is going to get. And you'll just want to let this sit for a few days at least, and then you can give it a try. And then just see. Over time, it's going to get really dark. And this is one that's been sitting. This is a blue color. Some colors will be a lot lighter, and they will also dry a little bit lighter too. But you can see what a dark color that is. Now, with cleaning, I like to use the spray bottles, and you can see sometimes you get some of that ink in your nozzle. Again, just like with the scissors and pliers, use some alcohol. You can clean it out. You can also dip. You can take this, put it in a bottle of clean alcohol, and spray, and it will also help get any residue out of your spray tip. But they don't, for me, they don't clog very often at all. A couple of colors I have tend to. One of those is the purple color of the pen and gear, but it's easily taken care of. So, and then don't forget, when you spray this, this is going to be permanent ink. So I like to take out my nozzle a lot and dab it, but in a little while this will be just as dark as my other bottles. So I hope this video was helpful, and you can make your own very inexpensive alcohol inks, and using whatever color markers you want to. You can mix colors, anything. Sky's the limit. So hope this helped. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.